Sure. I've got a Stephanie Rubio Hernandez. And this was, I believe, a positive test for alcohol. You wanted to bring her here today, revoke her bond, let her do a couple of days, and then reinstate her bond. Can I ask you to just do 1 day instead of 2?
I think that's what we were gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do, she goes in today, let her out tomorrow, or reinstate tomorrow, and then she starts on the thing.
Well, I need to come back by tomorrow to remind you to reinstate, or you?
No, I'll make a note. If you want to, you can. I'll make a note and I'll leave it right
That's why
here
I
for
just
me.
wanted to make sure.
Let me see.
I'll do that. But we can reach out to the court. Not an issue.
Okay, it's Rubio Hernandez.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Come up, ma'am.
Okay, come up.
You know, I really hope you take advantage of this because, you know, not many people are entering into this program, and people who have a hard time just getting into the program, I'm telling you, we see them really, really quick, even after they're admitted. I really hope that you take advantage of this because I'm telling you now, if you end up with a DWI conviction, it's going to hose you for the rest of your life, not to mention the costs associated with everything. It'll be hard to get a job. It'll be hard to do anything in this life with a conviction on your record. So you need to do everything in your power to make sure that you make it work. I hope that this is enough. You understand me? Okay. All right. So we'll do it. We'll reinstate it then tomorrow, and then she'll be entered into the program tomorrow. And then I hope everything goes well.
Good, thank you.
Okay. All right. Please just take a seat for me. It's Hernandez review. Yes, sir. All right, we're going to do probable cause in your case. Mr. Sanchez, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You speak English, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Charged with interference with emergency request for assistance, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Okay.
Your Honor, I apologize. The internet's not working. I can't load any cases right now. That's like every court.
I'm trying.
What's the word, Thunderbird?
All right. Officers were dispatched to a residence where a female caller provided a listed location and disconnected the call, sounding frantic.
Oh, she doesn't
Upon
leave an
arrival, the
address.
complainant
No
stated
need
that
to
her
talk to her.
boyfriend had
That's-
snatched the phone out of her
Listen.
hand and hung up, knowing that the witness was making a call to 911 for an emergency. The officer was able to confirm with the witness, the complainant, that the phone number used to call dispatch was her phone number. The complainant stated that the altercation started due to an issue with the phone. She said they started to fight over the phone but she was able to retrieve it and she called 911, gave the address, but then that's when the defendant took the phone out of her hand and hung up.
There's no assault.
I'm not seeing one though, Judge.
Do we know whether she wants to have contact with him?
I can see, Judge. Every tab takes a few minutes to load.
Judge, no contact is fine, Your Honor.
Do you know the relation of these boyfriend, girlfriend? Ex, okay.
They don't live together, no need.
So Mr. Sanchez, don't have contact with this person. I'm entering a protective order
Yes, sir.
so that
I don't want no contact with.
it's, Ms. Martinez is a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person.
No problem, sir.
Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.07 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You can threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. You cannot be in possession of a weapon. Have they done anything with the felony bond yet? You're on bond for a very serious felony case. You're looking at up to 20 years in prison. If I were you, you better have a halo over your head because if not, they're going to revoke that bond and then you're really up the creek.
Who's paid, Your Honor?
I'm on bond already.
I know, but they haven't revoked it. They haven't done anything. That's mine because he picked up a new case. That's normally what happens. So we'll leave your bond as is. I don't know if you're going to bond out. If you do, don't have any contact with this person at all.
Yes, ma'am. She was so Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll have you sign this condition. We'll have you sign that, and then you guys are good to go. Do you want to be set after the felony, Mr. Gold?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, done. All right, guys. Good luck. Mr. Sanchez. Hey, All right.
Was it just no contact?
Judge, I'm wondering how you want to handle Daniel Frazier.
Got him. Do you mind?
Daniel Frazier.
Come on. Come on, Stephen.
have known better.
I was thinking we don't expedite it, so he wants to like how long does it take and all of this. Because it's gonna be second or third.
How is he now? Is he okay? Really? Is he?
He doesn't want to receive treatment without receiving mental health treatment first. He says he suffers from depression and anxiety. He failed to be able to focus while receiving his drug treatment, which was one of the frustrations that he experienced while there. And so I don't think he's going to be a very good candidate at this stage, based on what he's sharing with me.
Just hold it in.
Oh, wow, they charged him with the felony too.
He's in a 338.
Ugh. It takes a while, right?
It does.
At this point, we're stuck anyways. There's nothing we can do anyways, you know? I mean, good morning, Mr. Frazier. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I'm happy to see you, you know? You look good.
Thank you.
You do.
Thank
The bad part about it is they filed on you because of the absence. So now you're looking at that time. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing. I'm not letting you go. I'm just gonna keep you close for me until forever. I'm not letting you go. I'm gonna keep you with me. And I agree, perhaps, you know, with the mental health caseload might help. Unfortunately, the bad part is that we can't do anything until upstairs resolves. I really hope that doesn't just kill us down here, you know, meaning that if they, you know, if they put them on a deferred upstairs, it might just, it'll consume us.
We'll have a new judge soon, up there, Judge. That's my only concern.
Gotta be careful. He doesn't play.
Sir?
Judge upstairs doesn't play.
Yes, sir.
You know, we care about you. We want the best for you. We really do, Mr. Frazier, you know, and I'm not letting you go. I don't care what happens upstairs. And I hope that they don't just willy-nilly nolly it, you know, but I don't know what's going to happen. I guess at this point, we'll just keep it. We'll roll it with the felony. We'll see what happens. Do you have a lawyer up there already?
Yes, sir.
Do you know who it is?
I don't. I'm not able to get into that case yet.
John Lewis.
Mr. Lewis. Mhm.
And it looks like the felony is set for 12/5. We'll
Yes,
see
sir.
the day after, and then we'll just, you know, we'll see what happens. And
Yes, sir.
that's something that they may explore upstairs, the mental health casework. But gotta understand that you're looking at a lot of time now, and you're with a very, very no-nonsense judge up there. So the way that you and I have had dealings with for the past, you know, what, 3-4 years, you try that up there, you're looking at 10 years. 10 years.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Understood.
Okay, all right, we'll see you the day after.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Judge.
Carl Bell. We have this case worked out, Your Honor. We initially filed for PTI. He just informed me that he wants to set it for a plea. He wants to take time served.
He didn't do the mitigation packet, did he?
He did.
He did.
He did.
I know.
He got it in. We got it in last week. He got it in. He says, I explained it to him. I told him everything. He said, you know, I'm 64 years old. I don't want to be on probation.
Is that him over there?
Yes.
Yes.
Order in the court.
Hi, Jay.
Where you want to stand? Okay. Yes or no, sir?
Good morning, Mr. Bell. You know, in life, when you take a half-ass result or half-ass approach, you get a half-ass result. And I know that it's always easier to just take it and just be done with it, but I'm going to tell you now, when you get a DWI conviction on your record, it will hose you in every way imaginable. Anytime you want to get car insurance, it's going to be 3 to 4 times what it would be to the average person. Insurance companies are so bad nowadays, it's ridiculous. Yeah. Do you have car insurance now?
Yes, I keep it.
Do you pay a lot?
130.
Okay, it will quadruple to quintuple if you end up with a conviction on your record. Not to mention, there's fines and fees from DPS to pay. Not to mention, you ever pick up another one, it's a minimum of 30 days in jail. So you're the master of your own domain. You're still a spring chicken, so you probably got another 25 to 30 years of driving. I'm telling you, a conviction on your record. But if you want to do it,
May I interject? The package is to Nathan Beadle. And I think he just got a little antsy. If we can go through the process, I want him to take the package. I want him to take the program because I know it's going to be beneficial in the end.
the only problem is you got to stay clean for a year. And if you can do that, the 2 classes, it gets dismissed. And you avoid probably around $5,000 in fines and fees here, not to mention a lifetime of 4 to 5 times insurance. And it's probably not just car insurance. Your homeowner's insurance will probably go up if you pay homeowner's insurance. And anytime you want to get a car, you want to get a loan to get anything, they're going to look at this, they're going to charge you more. You're a liability. You don't have to make a decision now, but I'm telling you, anytime you have the ability to get something dismissed, you're winning. It's up to you. If you want to still set up for a plea, I'm happy to do it, but get ready to pay.
Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Nathan should be ruling in a week or so.
Set off a week.
Yeah. Give me 2. I'm gonna be out of town for
2 weeks. Done.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
But if he wants to do the time served, he's got to do it next time. It's 210 days now.
Done deal.
So if you're going to take it, you do it next time. But I'm telling you, it's a fool's errand to take a conviction when you can try to get this thing dismissed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Mr.
Thank you,
Bell.
y'all.
Of course. Jesus Guerrero Gonzalez. Sir, you are wanted out of Maricopa, Arizona. I want you to know that you're not here alone. Your lawyer's here with you, but she is on Zoom at this point. Your lawyer is asking me to set you a bond, but I don't know. I don't know anything about you, and I have to get to know you in a very short period of time. The way we do that is by looking how you are on paper, because that tells me a lot of who you are, what you wanted, and your prior criminal history. So, Dave, tell me about Mr. Guerrero.
Your Honor, he's wanted for 4 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor, dangerous crimes against children, class felony 2.
Off with his head!
I spoke with Maricopa County Attorney's Office, and they state that they don't oppose him getting a bond, surprisingly. However, I have some reservations. I spoke with Pari about this. Is at the time he was arrested, is that he had an open flight to Mexico. And so regarding the severity of the charge and his ability to obviously leave the jurisdiction of America, is that I'd have reservations regarding his.
Well, we can always make him surrender a passport.
And that's what Pari was saying is him surrendering.
And I do have an update on that day, and I apologize for not telling you earlier about it. I can tell you now in front of the judge, but whenever you're done, I'll let you know.
No, I mean, that's if you want to.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Judge, here's the thing. I think the reason that jurisdiction's not opposed is because he's been under investigation for 2 years for this. And in fact, he already has an attorney there that I've spoken to. So normally in these scenarios, when you're working so closely with the jurisdiction, the times that I've done it here in Houston, out of consideration for the client and the attorney, normally when they end up filing the warrants, they let the attorney know. That's the reason that you get an attorney preemptively in the first place. I don't know why that didn't happen, but there's absolutely no reason to think he's not going to turn himself in. He's 25 years old with no criminal history. He went to college in Arizona State. Judge, when he graduated, he stayed there and he worked as the press secretary for the Mexican consulate. The reason he had the ticket, and I wanted to verify before telling you, is it was already booked. It was a round trip ticket. The ticket back to Mexico was set for yesterday. He would never buy a ticket while he's in custody to go to Mexico.
Was this a 2B or was this already an open charge?
No. It was, they literally just filed the warrant. He has been under investigation for 2 years. They just filed the warrant. And for some reason, they didn't tell the attorney he was working with so that he could set up a time to turn himself in, which they usually do. In fact, when she found out about it, she called when she found out he was in custody, and that jurisdiction told the attorney, her name is Melanie, that the charge is still unfiled. So I don't know where the misunderstanding came, but the warrant was literally just filed. If he knew about it, there was no way.
There's no misunderstanding. They're just, he had a flight, but they filed the case in between.
Right.
Exactly. So, and just so you know, Judge, so he got picked up on the flight in. Like, he came to the US on Thursday. He was set to go back to Mexico Sunday. And the reason for that, just so you know, is because just so you know, his mom lives in America. His stepdad is an ER physician. He's going to be staying with them. He will surrender his passport. But when he didn't know this was all going on, his biological father has 7 bakeries in Mexico. So he was helping his dad that's why he was in Mexico. But he has no issue staying here. He has family here. He has ties here. He already has an attorney. So
Aria, we're good. We're good. Are you okay?
I mean, the demanding jurisdiction is okay with it.
Hey, you're right.
Like I said, I just have reservations regarding the severity of the charge. I understand what Paria is saying, but if the demand jurisdiction is open for a bond, I just defer to the court regarding setting a bond.
Also about the charges, one more thing about the charges. They read way worse than they are. I'm not saying it's an okay charge. I just am telling you that I spoke to the attorney, and that's the way they word possession of child pornography. I just want the court to know that this is not a case where there's actual 4 victims. That's their version of possession.
So for me, at least, I want surrender of the passport.
100%.
And then we'll set a bond.
Would someone be here to surrender that now to the clerk's office, or?
Let me ask him where it is, and I can have someone there because I don't know where his passport
So
physically
let's
is.
do this. I'll have him put back and you can talk to him in the back.
Okay.
Let's figure out the logistics and then we can come back and set the bond. But I'm not going to set it until I know it's been surrendered. Someone else has possession of it, and then we can set the bond for you.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Judge.
Well, because the other part, more for the court, is that if there is an intention to set a bond, that I can let the demanding.
You're okay?
Well, no, just in terms of, like I said, I just have my reservations because of the severity of the charge. But regarding the bond, is that the demanding jurisdiction is about halfway into the governor's warrant. Apparently, they won a battle bad enough that they already started working on it, and so they're about halfway through. It's already got the process from the county attorney side, and so just so that I can let them know if the court does set a bond, I can tell them to stop working on it, or at least pause it so that they don't put extra effort.
I mean, I'm okay with it if you are, and Paria obviously is, right? Just we need to figure out what the amount is, but first things first is the surrender of the passport, and then we go from there.
Do you want me to stand down? Do you want to reapproach today, or do you?
I understand that this is not a case where it's going to be set at $500. So I understand the bond needs to be reasonable. We were asking for $10,000, right?
25,000 today. She wants 10,000.
Yes.
So we'll split the puppy. 15.
15? Yes, Judge.
15,000.
Yeah, but I'm not setting it yet.
Just so you know, Francisco.
Right.
Tomorrow. So Francisco, just so you know, your mom's friend is going to come by and pick up your passport. I'm going to text your family and explain how that is, and then once it gets surrendered tomorrow, we'll set your bond.
Understand that once you guys surrender the passport, I can set you a bond, and I want you to understand that we take this absolutely serious. We give you 2 weeks from the date of your release to go surrender yourself or post bond in Arizona. You're old enough to understand that actions have consequences. If you fail to do this, I will revoke this bond. You're going to be out all that money. I will issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest, and I'm going to get you. And this time, I won't do this again. You get one opportunity, and if you fail to go do it, we set bond at 0, and the next time I will hold you until Arizona comes and gets you. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll set you for tomorrow to wait for the passport, and then we'll go from there. Okay?
Thanks,
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
See
Faria.
you tomorrow, guys. Thank you, guys.
All right.
They can surrender to at the civil courthouse after this.